Mama, 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 mama. Udo, udo, udo. Udo, 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 udo. Mama, 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 mama. The one, the one, the one. This is the Master Prophet Young Joshua Yawins, the awakened one of the Biafran people, Biafran spiritual leader, the prophet and the founder of the new Igbo Biafran indigenous religion, Rufan. Today, I want to talk about on what is happening in Nigeria, because we, the indigenous people, the indigenous religion, has kept quiet for a long time, and the religion that are promoted by the slave masters, which are Christianity, has beginning to make themselves as if that they are all and all. You have not seen any place in Nigeria that African religion went and destroyed churches. You will never see any. There is no history of any time a certain religion in Africa went and destroyed Christian churches. Yet we have seen Christian churches going, destroying indigenous properties, destroying their shrine, destroying everything that they have, discutting down their tree, even imposing themselves on the people, proving or trying to prove that they are the best, they are the only one that should exist in Africa. Nobody has come out to really talk to all these pastors and priests to tell them truly who they are. I'm going to tell them a fact that the pastors and priests in Nigeria, in Africa, are the representative of the European occupying power, the slave masters. The slave masters created the religion called Christianity. That is a fact. We're not going to follow anymore what the pastors in Africa are saying, because they are telling us the story that we are told by their slave masters when they were not there. Because their slave masters told our great grandfathers these stories and forced them to teach it to their children, or the slave masters deceived them, forced them to teach these stories to their children to today. But we know what the facts are. The fact is that Christianity are created by the Rome. That time, it's not a church. It was a military power. Now they create something like European Union or NATO with the Europe. Now they begin to form a church and they begin to create, and they occupied Africa and they killed us. There is a verse in the Bible, a lot of them, that says, that God told the children of Israel to go kill all the men, kill women that know men, kill them and take the virgins for themselves. Let me tell you today what that means. The occupying power, the powers in Rome, those days it was Rome, and the allies were the Europeans, including America. The Rome, whosoever that were ruling Rome at that time, has given authority to their allies, Europeans, to go to Africa, kill any king that refused to bow to Rome, to their new religious structure, to their new NATO, to their new organized religion. And they went to Africa, Egypt. They slaughtered all the men. In all these places we call Middle East now, we call them Middle East because the true name of the people have been forgotten. We call Egypt and Israel and Palestine, all those places, we call them Middle East. They're all Africa because the Europeans went there, killed all the men, and kill all the women that has already bear children, young girls that has already known men. They killed them. They left only the young ones, the virgins. And when they kill all the men, what happened? The men who came, the soldiers, were the one now having the women. That is what happened in the place we call today Middle East. And that is a fact. Today I want to talk to this man in Nigeria called Prophet Omotoye. Prophet Jeremiah Omotoye. Prophet Jeremiah know nothing. He is the agent of the slave masters, telling we Nigerians what the slave masters told us when they came to Nigeria. The history shows that when they came to Africa, when they came to Nigeria, they killed anything, anybody that stood on their way. And the king that they forced, some kings, they forced them to comply with them, give them how many slaves that they want, give them how many people that they want, and they, in exchange, they allowed them to remain in power. But in some kings that refused to work with them, they killed the king, they took how many people as they see fit. The resources in the land were taken, stolen by force, in the name that they were doing it in the name of the God of the Bible. Reverend Omotoye, let me tell you something, and let me tell you something today. Jesus the Christ has no power because it was created by Rome. I saw you in the river. You're going to say that you're going to challenge marine spirit. Marine spirit has power because they were there when the earth came to being. And for me to educate you, Jeremiah, you have a bunch of money because those idiots in Nigeria are giving you money because they don't know their left and right. Jeremiah Motoye, let me advise you. Before Christianity came, there was a religion in Egypt, religion of Amen-Ra. They believe that Ra is the creator of the earth. Before, if you check the other side, Iran, there are the god of Hironazda and Zoroaster. They believe that Zoroaster is the god of Iran at that time, is the creator of the world. Every civilization has something that they believe that is the creator of the world. If you go to India today as we speak, India have like 10 or 20 different gods that they believe that the gods created the world. If you come to Africa, if you come to Nigeria, if you go to Yoruba, Yoruba has a god which they said that this is the god that created them. If you come to Igbo land has Chukwu, mighty and great Chukwu, which those idiots in Biafran land are trying to steal that it has something to do with Jesus Christ. The God of Igbo people are Chukwu, mighty Chukwu. We had before the slave masters came, and our people believe that that Chukwu is the one that created them. Reverend Omotoye and all those idiots calling themselves pastors and preachers in Nigeria, all those Mbaka and Ebukobi, those useless bastards. Let me tell you, before Christianity came in Igbo land, let me forget about Yoruba and other places. Before Christianity came in Igbo land, we have Chukwu. We have been working with Chukwu. Chukwu has been protecting us. Chukwu has been speaking with us. Christianity didn't give us Chukwu. Christianity didn't open our eyes about Chukwu. Christianity tried to steal Chukwu to make us to leave Chukwu and begin to call what Europeans created, which is Christianity. In Igbo land, we used to say, there is nothing that is greater than Chukwu. That is the adage. This is the saying that Igbos have been saying before the slave masters came to our land. They always say that there is nothing that you can give them that is better than Chukwu. Now, let me ask the Igbo Christians. We used to say in Igbo land, and when he gave kariri Chukwu, and Chukwu mono na Alaigbo. Chukwu is the God of the Igbo people. Chukwu is not the God of the Yoruba. Omotoye, I don't know where you come from. Look like Benin or maybe Ogoniman. Chukwu is not the God of Ogoni people. Chukwu is not the God of Hausa people. Chukwu is only the God, the mighty God, the created God of Igbo people. Every tribe, every people have their own version of the creator God. That's the way it is. The white man cannot leave their land and come to our land to tell us who is our own creator God. We have our own creator God before slavery begins. I want to show you something, Omotoye, because you lack knowledge. Although you have a bundle of money, and you have those idiots in Nigeria listening to you. I have read this Bible. This is the first King James Bible, 1611. Omotoye, I have also this Bible, the Word of Yah. Omotoye, I'm not a novice. I have the Holy Bible, King James. This one, I bought it almost 20 years ago. Omotoye, I have this Bible, the Holy Scripture. Omotoye, I have the Reverse Studies Bible. I have it. This is written in a different language. Omotoye, I have this King James Bible that I was using in Nigeria before I came to Europe. Omotoye, this idiot, I have this book, the Book of Enoch, Jubilee, and other things. Omotoye, I have Concordance. All these books were inspired by the slave masters. These books did not tell the story of the black people. Rather, it makes the black people, the white people, as if that they are God. Let me tell you something, Omotoye and other idiots call themselves priests and pastors in Nigeria. When the slave masters went to Egypt, Egypt was the great kingdom, headquarters of the black people. Omotoye, I know you are too stupid. You are foolish because you will not study that. If you study it, then your business will be destroyed, which is taking money from poor people in Nigeria. When they went there, what did they do? They deceived them as if they come for peace. And one stupid Pharaoh allowed them to come in. And what did they do? They killed all the men, including the Pharaoh at that time. All the household of Pharaoh, they killed them. They killed all the men, and they were marrying their women till today. And that is the result of what we have today in the Middle East. Europeans going to that land, killing all the men. And it's also written in their Bible that their God said, go and kill them. It is not God that said it. It is Rome. It is the Caesar or is it a Caesar or whoever that was ruling at that time in Rome. Today we call Italy. Today we call it the Catholic Church, Vatican. In those days it was Rome sending their allies, Europeans, to go to Africa instead of fighting against themselves. Now they challenge their energy to Africa where there are gold, mineral resources, and they were killing in the umbrella of bringing these people to their own religion. And when they came to our land, Omotoye and other idiots, what they did was they forced our people to abandon the marine spirit we were insulting, to abandon their indigenous gods, because the indigenous God has power. So they deceived them, forced them to abandon it. And when they abandon it, they begin killing us because they know that their power of the African people lies on their indigenous God. Like Igbo people, our power lies on Ekwensu. the mighty God of war, and Chukwu. And now they made our people not to be calling Ekwensu and be calling an idiot they call Jesus Christ. They never walked on this planet Earth. Reverend Omotoye, I want you to go and study the saying of Pope Leo X. He said that the things about Jesus Christ was a game, that they created it. Omotoye, I want you to go and study Egyptian Book of the Dead, 42 Laws of Ma'at. When you study, you say, hey, it's from the devil, it's from the devil. No. It is the Bible is the one that come from the devil, the slave masters. Omotoye, when you study it, you will see that already what you people, they took and put in 10 commandments is already in existence in Egypt before the white men came into that land. Omotoye, Amen-Ra was seen as the created God in Egypt. Omotoye, the Heronaza and Zoroaster, the prophets and the God of Iran, was seen as the God, as the created God of those people before ever Christianity started, before ever Judaism started. If there was a religion that pre-exists all those ones, Enki, they believe that that was the God that created everything. So why are you now coming to tell me that is the one, the Europeans, the Rome that killed the ones, the thing that we know? No religion, apart from the two religions from the Middle East or the three religions from the Middle East, no religion has killed black people the way these three religions has killed black people. Omotoye, Christianity has nothing to do with God. Christianity is only on Rome, the Europeans, to steal from black people, and that is the fact. Omotoye, shame on you. You have private jets, you have different cars, and you are still deceiving our people in Nigeria. Shame on you. One day, you are going to challenge marine spirit. You will fall into that ocean. And let me tell you something. Your Jesus is powerless because that idiot never existed. According to King James that wrote or that translated this Bible, he said clear, I have George and Jesus have John in 1613-14. What does it mean? Jesus said, I have John. Jesus, I have George. Jesus has John. What does it mean? You know what I mean? I'm not going to say it. You understand? In Igbo, they say Ipontuni, woken and woken. So you can understand that King James is telling us that he has a man like a wife, which is George. That Jesus has a man like a wife, which is John. But let me tell you something. There was nobody like called Jesus in this planet Earth, Jesus Christ. Nobody. This was stories the white people told, made up to fool us, to make us to remove all the things that gives us power and embrace their rubbish. And they killed us, and they're still killing us to today. Today, as I'm speaking, the Europeans are not killing us, but it's you, Omote, and all those priests and pastors are the one doing the beating of the slave masters in Africa. Shame unto you, Reverend Omoto, Prophet Omoto Jeremiah. Shame to you.